Hi, we are Moti. We are building a gamified Web3 language learning app. We are a student-led project. I'm Adam, and Raymond, Viola, and Alex are our team. So, next page. Yes. So here's the stats. Of the people who learn languages in school, 99.5% of them never really achieve a high proficiency in the language. And why is that? It's not because the teachers are bad or the content isn't effective. We found that the biggest problem is a lack of motivation because language learning requires significant motivation for a long period of time. So we came up with this solution, Moti. We have this learn-to-earn ecosystem, which keeps learners motivated and guides them on their journey to fluency. As learners complete their daily lesson, they can earn NFT rewards and tokens. They can use the NFT in learning or stamp token in app on premium content or gamified items or cash it out as real-world money. So as they persist in this process, they will be able to improve their language skills. A quick glance on our UI. So we have this engaging story mode with cultural elements on the map. And then we have chapters of different themes for users to learn the language. And as they complete daily quests, they will earn the token. On the other side, we also have this NFT reward system. As you complete challenges or streaks, you will be able to obtain special rare NFT inventory, such as the super rare Chengdu Panda hats, which also facilitates your learning process. If you already have it, you can also trade it on Marketplace. I'll hand the demo to Raymond.
Alrighty, let's see our demo video right here. And to start with our learn and earn method, user can either navigate to our external website to get their first NFT. After paying small amount of money, they can buy their first NFT on our website. And then after that, let's see there's a new first NFT in their wallet. And that's back to our wallet. You can see the NFT attribute of NFT, which is facilitate the language learning. And then let's see the daily quest, which indicate which lesson you should learn today. And then let's see the example of our lessons, which is like an essential phrase or dialogue in Mandarin. And after the completion, and you can see you have 13-day streak, and also you complete the daily quest. After completion, you earn the 10 tokens, which you can spend after the lesson. And then here shows the special challenge, and this challenge is basically the speaking challenge. After complete that, you can earn a special loot box, which is another special NFT. And then, for example, this is a Chengdu Panda hat, which facilitate you to get rid of the mistake you made before. If you don't like it, you can trade it in our marketplace. And also in the marketplace, you can buy other NFT to accelerate or enhance your language learning. Last but not least, you can see here, you can pay the token you earned before to unlock the special lesson or customized lesson, and also to enhance your language learning. So that's basically our essential feature of our app. And also on the right side, you can see the real-time database updated when players are playing.
Yes, and talking about our approach, since we are all determined to launch this product as a startup, so throughout the process, we've been trying to balance the academic requirements and our startup goals. So we conduct research and define a problem, which is a classic academic process. And then in parallel with this, we also actively participate in Web3 events, hackathon, or make connections with VC investors to get feedbacks. We won the second place out of more than 300 teams at Avalanche Creates at Berkeley. And in Miami, actually last week, we were testing our product with Web3 professionals.
Yeah. Here comes to our user research and testing. Our key target user are adult language learners with the interest or the knowledge of Web3. And we have conducted a lot of research on all the elements that form this app. And let me give you a summary of all the insights we found lead to our final decisions. So starting from to understand this problem more, we start from interview with the learners and found out that current digital tools are not motivating, not for them. And this also aligns with our secondary research. So we decided to improve the motivation is a key thing we need to stress. And also from the heuristic evaluation on our competitor Duolingo, we found that clear tutorial for the gamification rewards is very essential. And to further find out what user actually need, from all the survey with a lot of user participated, user want the right to choose a content focus and also learning speed as they want. And also daily quests and daily goals are the two elements that really motivate them the most. And also to make sure that we are on the right path, we also had interviews with language experts to find out, to verify what we found out and also all the hypotheses. We conducted usability tests on our competitors like Lingo Legend, also on the right, Let Me Speak, which is also in Web3 language learning field. We found out that the better gamification do improve the motivation for the user, and also learn to earn system is also motivating, but user really need to feel that this income reward is real, and also the simulation really matters. So we started to build up our own app, and here's the scenario. So Alex come to study in Gen X, and then he wanted to communicate with his Chinese friends in their native language. And then he started to learn online by himself and found all the tools are not really inspiring and really hard to keep motivated to learn this crazy difficult language. And then he found Moti. And every day he practiced and also take lessons in the app, and he is earning NFT and token rewards. Look at the UW hat really fit him. And then he also found his powerful, inspiring language learning NFT partner, Mo friend, and they together, editing this app, really keep motivated and study Chinese. And day by day, he is reaching his language learning goal. We also map out our user experience flow, but we're not going to detail to it. And we build our own app, both the prototype and also functional. And we found out that we really need an interactive and also not really heavy flow user tutorial on this crazy complicated app with the functions both on Web3 and gamification. And also originally we had this learn to earn energy system, and we did not limit user on learning, so we changed it to earn after everyday daily quest. And we also test out our user tutorial and finally test our functional app. And all the features will receive very positive feedback, and we'll continue working on other features. And here's our prototype iterations from sketch to the final hi-fi all features.
And okay, talking about the software architecture, as you know, we developed our functional app, mobile app in both iOS and Android system. So to achieve that, we use the Flutter front-end framework to develop our front-end UI. And then for the backend, we choose the Avalanche network, which is the fastest and cheapest network right now. We use this to store our NFT and token asset for storage and transferring on this blockchain network. And also we utilize the Google Firebase backend as a service to store all our user data and some of the language learning content. And also we utilize the cloud functions to implement our quest and streak system. And in the future, we will also develop the authentication feature on Firebase.
Okay, so the market, language learning market is huge. There's 2.2 billion learners around the world. And what we've seen from competitors is they can bring hundreds of millions of users to their apps. So Duolingo, they currently have over 500 million total users, 42 million monthly active, and this is more than 5 times what Ethereum mainnet currently has. This is the most popular blockchain. So the number of users we can bring to Web3 here is huge. And then when we bring in these users, we can monetize them like crazy. So Duolingo, they've done a great job on the user side, but they use a Web2 freemium model, and this really struggles to monetize. Axie Infinity, they're a Web3 GameFi project. we're sort of drawing from that NFT token business model. And with a fraction of Duolingo's users, in 2021, they had $1.3 billion in revenue, which is more than Duolingo has earned in its entire 10 years combined. So its monetization power is really huge. So there's two sides to this. From the user side, this Web3 model is highly motivating. They're able to earn, keep them motivated in their language learning and achieve their goals. But from the business side, it's highly monetizable. To put these together, we think the Web3 model is a great fit for language learning. Quick glance at the business model. So this draws from successful Web3 projects. They've used this model. So to access our basic language content, you'll purchase one of our NFT characters. Also, as these are sold on secondary markets, we earn royalties on these. We also have a bunch of in-app purchases, for example, personalized language learning lessons, different gamified features. We're writing some mini stories, and these are primarily being used to fund the learning rewards. So sort of the way that works, again, this draws from successful Web3 projects that have used this model. But when you spend on these in-app purchases, we burn the token. That means we destroy it from the supply. And so for a given demand, that increases the price of the token. And that's sort of, in the long run, with continuously burning supply, how it makes the model sustain its price. So we're trying to build this into a startup. We're looking to raise 600 to 800K. That'll bring us to our Chinese and English language content launch. So in approximately 12 months, we'll then look to do another raise and expand into other languages. There we go. Thank you very much. And thank you, John and Linda, especially for all the guidance and help.
Comments, questions for the Motiverse team?
How do you guys plan on developing the curriculum for all these languages that you guys will be introducing?
Yeah, so we've been working with the language school here at UW to do that, and also 2 universities in China, Tsinghua University, they've been helping us, and Beijing Language and Culture University, they're the top Chinese language school in the whole of China, and they've been helping us a lot with sort of guidance and content.
How did you come up with the name, and what does it mean?
Yeah, so we wanted motivation. This is what the app is all about. We're motivating people to study. So yeah, that's sort of what we're trying to get across. Moti. We're going to keep you motivated and help you learn languages.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's really impressive app. So I have like 2 questions. Firstly, is there a way to use this application without the Web3 aspect? Like, let's say if I just want to learn a specific language, like can I just do that without using the Web3 features? And then secondly, like how do you validate like identity? Like is that done through Avalanche, or is that done through like me signing up on the app?
Yeah, so the initial onboarding process, we want to make that as frictionless as possible. So there will be a sort of beginner stage of learning where you don't need the NFT, you can just sort of freely test out the app. And then once you complete that basic content to access our full story mode, you will need to sign up. This involves creating your wallet, and that's sort of the point that we link it to the blockchain. Yeah. So when they do the sign up process, we get them to sign up with their Discord account and link that to their blockchain wallet. And so that's sort of what we're tracking.
Sorry, 2 quick questions for you.
Yeah.
So for the NFT itself, how many do you plan to mint, or will it be like an infinite amount to be minted? And 2, for the burning process, is there a dedicated debt wallet, or how's that gonna work?
Yeah, so we haven't fully decided the amount of NFTs we're going to launch. We've seen similar projects. The standard is sort of 10,000. You want to choose a number that will sell out. So yeah, we'll finalize that later in the process. And then what was the second question?
For the burning process, will there be a dedicated dev wallet to send them to?
Yeah, exactly, yeah, so we send it to a burn wallet that's, dead wallet, and that destroys the crypto.
Awesome. I should have said this earlier, but I wonder if you would do me the favor for anyone in our audience, on the off chance there's someone who doesn't know what NFT or Web3 is, could one of you just give a couple of quick sentences?
Sure, yeah, so, an NFT, it stands for non-fungible token, which sounds very confusing. Essentially what we're doing, these in-game assets like a hat or, whatever it is, normally in a game, you can't verify necessarily who owns it. They're all, if there's 100 hats, they're all sort of identical in the game system. Here they're tracked on the blockchain. So this means you can freely trade them on the open market with other players if they want to purchase your hat. It allows them to have a sort of monetary value, and this is where the sort of earn concepts from. So it connects them with a financial system, essentially.
Thank you. With that, I think we're going to close the presentation part of today's events, and we welcome you all to join us upstairs for a poster session and refreshments. And you can pepper these guys with all the questions you have. So thank you for your sustained attention for today's presentations. Thanks to everybody that helped these students with this achievement. Thank you especially to the students who worked very hard over the past 6 months on developing these projects and preparing these presentations.